Now then, people, good evening and welcome back to the Just Joe Football Show. I apologise because my glamorous assistant, Mr. JT, Mr. Acknowledge Me, Mr. OTC, is not here yet, right? So I apologise first and foremost. A bit warm in here, and it also looks very white, doesn't it? Very white. Someone's been playing some whitewash. I don't know how you all doing. Anyway, smash me a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, hit that notification bell, and all that jazz. Of course, match day tomorrow. We have Cardiff City away in what many would consider a must-win game. The tribal chief just joined us as well. So just give us a sec while I just sort my lighting out. I feel like really dark. Here he is, the OTC. Mate, what time do you call this?
I was literally on the thing. I can't lie to you. My fucking thing, my audio is out of
swearing either. What time do you call this? This is a performance review.
I know it is.
What time do you call this?
I know it is. I promise you, I've literally been on my computer here. My thing isn't syncing up.
Okay.
I had problems with it.
Okay, that's all right.
That's the time I call it.
Yeah. Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm okay, mate. I'm okay. I'm a little bit tired. Tired.
No, so I feel you.
And
the late night grind.
Let
me try and bring some more energy then for Mr. Joseph Wayneman.
I know. And do you know what? Just as you came live there, you have Mr. Joe B on my message just popped through saying, need a spare part glamorous assistant. Just finished work. He's coming for your job, bro. How do you feel about that?
Listen, it's the name of the game, isn't it? It's the name of the game.
Shall we bring him in?
Shall we bring him in? Lion looking for action, isn't there? Yeah, as the first guest?
Well, we can bring him in on the show if you like, just for tonight's show.
It's not my.
It's up to me.
It's not my call, is it, my son? You know what I mean? It's not my call.
I said, yeah, Joe, do you want to join us? Do you want to join us tonight, mate? You can do. We will get the members in tonight. We're going to be talking Cardiff, mate. Cardiff away.
We are going to be talking Cardiff away.
Yeah, how are you feeling about this?
Hopefully optimistic, but as you said, mate, it's the typical Leeds United way, isn't it? The trend buckers. Whenever a team are in bad form, a la Cardiff, they usually end up coming over to Leeds United and getting a job done, or rather playing Leeds United and getting the job done and changing their fortunes around. And Cardiff, even when we've been on good form, even when we've had the Bielsa era and we were high flying, we were beating them 3-0 in the first half, we go and capitulate in the second half. Cardiff are always our bogey team. So it's double odds stacked against Leeds. So I'm hopeful. How do you say... I don't know. Was it hopefully optimistic?
Carefully optimistic?
Carefully optimistic, probably. Yeah, that's probably closer along the lines that I'm talking about. I'm carefully optimistic that Leeds United will
nervously optimistic?
Yeah, nervously optimistic that Leeds United will win.
We've got to, mate. We've got to, JT.
We have to. Yeah, listen, mate. I mean, what do you make of the stories that Farke's job might be on the line with something like this?
It's bullshit.
Is it?
Yeah.
What, you don't rate the Corberan stuff?
No. I didn't even know it was a thing.
What, until now? Until I've said it.
Well, yeah, someone mentioned it the other day.
He has a £2 million. It's been reported recently that he's had a £2 million release clause, Carlos Corberan, and because of that £2 million release clause,
is this another one of your YouTube shorts?
Listen, there is a YouTube short dropping in about 15 minutes about it, but there is a bit because his release clause has been released to be or leaked to be £2 million. There's been stories that apparently the 49ers are circling around his name.
Do you want my honest opinion? Honest opinion with that? Actually,
it's bloody doff, mate. It's bloody rubbish.
It's bullshit. Yeah, it's bullshit. That's what I would say to that. I did see someone trying to pretend that they were ITK on the comments the other day saying, oh, yeah, 4 million release clause and he wants to move and that. It's just lies. And Joe, we spoke about it, but then also I didn't realize it was an actual rumor.
Yeah, I think it's something that got mentioned once and then it sort of spiraled a little bit.
Easy to do, isn't it? Manager, one loss.
Like JT's heard 2 million and other people have heard 4. It becomes a bit of Chinese whispers and it's a bit of chaos, isn't it? But we love a bit of chaos. We wouldn't support Leeds if we didn't.
Yeah. It'd take more than one loss, JT. How many? 3, 4 in a row?
I'd say if we lost the next 2,
would you be 3, right? Would you be 3?
Oh, 3 in a row, yeah.
Yeah.
To be fair, if we lost one and draw one, even I think that you're looking down the barrel of a potential replacement.
Yeah. Joe, your job tonight, right? One question and one question only. Before we say goodbye to the guests, you're going to ask them one burning question. Not a quiz question, just a question.
Okay.
I don't want to put people on the spot in terms of you must answer this, but more a case of like, right, Joe's got one question for you. Bang.
You're basically, so me and Joe are going to butter them up, usual kind of thing. Grease their wheels a little bit. We're going to get them talking, get them moving, get them firing on all cylinders. And then right as they're about to go, bang, you put them on the spot and you give them
what's the meaning of life? That sort of thing. That's what we're going with, right?
I mean, if you want,
whatever you're feeling, mate. Whatever you're feeling, whatever loosens up, whatever loosens your goosens, mate.
Yeah, whatever loosens your goosens. Right. Well, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna post the link out now.
Post it in there
on the members feed. So if you are a member of the Just Your Football Show and you want to join us tonight to give us your thoughts pre-Cardiff, then please do that. There's a few years. Joe B's question corner bites back. There you go. There you go.
Right.
There you go. Oh, here we go. We've got some people coming in now as well, folks. So like I say, keep coming. Pause. Keep coming.
That's what she said, mate.
Exactly. That's what she said. That's an office line, which I've nearly finished now, by the way.
Yes. What you nearly No, you haven't. You even started that dross. The US office.
Oh, mate, honestly,
get out of here, my man.
I promise you, JT. I promise you.
If it doesn't have my man Ricky Gervais in it, get it.
So I was exactly the same, bro. Exactly the same. But believe me, it's better.
Oh no, it's
promise.
better. You
bro,
can't
I'm not
get
lying
better than
to
the
you.
original. It's a mimic from the original. How can it be better?
No, Joe B, help me out here.
I know it changes. It starts off as a mimic and then they go their own separate path. But it's still a replication of.
It's a bit like Parks and Rec, because Parks and Rec is like, oh, The Office works. Let's just do this somewhere else. And then once that spirals off from The Office, I think Parks and Rec's probably better than The Office at a lot of points.
What the hell's Parks and Rec?
I don't know what that is either.
Yeah, you've lost me.
Imagine The Office, but a bit happy to be sillier, I think is the way to put it.
Okay.
But I don't think you get sillier than the American Office, mate. It's just like a
Dwight Schrute. Dwight Schrute is the best character ever. Like, it's just amazing. Yeah, trust me, you would like it. Listen, we got 3 people waiting in the waiting room.
That is like saying Solo Sikoa is better than Roman Reigns, mate.
No. Seasiders TV, where you at? Jeffrey Mayer, you're also a member. We've got Christopher.
Oh, Seasiders TV. He's on his new channel, mate. That's what you're talking about. That's brand placement right there.
100%. Lord Sheogorath, also a member now for 5 months, mate. We want to see you in the chat.
Oh, mate, he's looking jacked as well. Look at those arms.
Yeah.
Cool. No, Sheogorath. Jacked and sacked.
He's gone 10-0 Leeds United in the bin, JT, he says. There you go. Just
mate,
came for you for no
reason. I'll happily be in the bin for that one, mate. I'll happily go in the bin for that.
Yeah. Oh, he says he actually agrees with you. I saw a funny American comedy once, said nobody ever. Ooh, that's harsh.
Ooh, I know a couple, but I'm more of a UK humour kind of guy.
Yeah. Official Zoom, I can see you. Ina, I want to see you on tonight's show as well. Where you at, man? The extras are better. It's good. You can't get better than, for Ricky Gervais, I would say, Afterlife is really, really good.
It's a good one. It's a good one, but it's a different kind of one. It's a bit more of a depressing one.
It's dark, though, isn't it?
It's a dark, depressing one. I wouldn't say it's his best, man. Extras was very good.
Yeah.
Office was very, very good. What's that one where they're in the care home as well? That one was really good. Derek.
So the guy who, he's so good. The guy, I forgot his name, man. Him who's just a proper absolute fiend, man. Who's always talking about having sex with people and that. Him with black hair and glasses, man. What's his name? He's also
the other comedian.
Yeah.
The one who wrote The Office with Ricky Gervais.
No, that's Kevin. That's it. Kevin, and he's like, and when I have to get her in the fucking he go, I have to turn around and fuck her in, man. Oh, Kevin, that's him, man. He's brilliant.
Yeah,
he's
Derek.
absolutely
Derek,
good.
that's the name. Yeah, that's quality, mate.
Yeah. Afterlife is really good. Yeah, and Carl Pilkington's brill as well. You can't honestly, Carl Pilkington. Yeah.
Like a disease
That's,
badger.
that's what he says. And he went, I put her legs in air and it's looking at me like a diseased badger. It's brilliant, man. Right,
Having not seen this, I'm so confused.
Oh, if you're not, mate, you need to watch it.
Mate, you are missing out, mate.
It's phenomenal. Now, Christopher Spofford Chapel has just gifted 20. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 20 Just Your Football Show membership, which means there's 20 people in this chat now that didn't have a membership that now do. So you can join us on tonight's show, right? All you need to do is go to your membership feed. You probably have got an email or it'll be on your YouTube feed. You click that link, you come through to the show and you're able to speak to me and the lads, yeah? So big up to Christopher for that. We want to see you in the chat as well.
Wow. W's in the chat for Christopher, mate. Let's get some W's in the chat. 20-2-0. This guy's dropping the love, mate. What an absolute geezer.
It is. There we go. So, Rick, you're now a member. Get in here. Carl Berry, member. Get in here. The donation back. I mean, Jay Race is already here. He's already waiting patiently, as is always the case.
Mate, yes.
Right, should we get our first in?
Yeah, get him in, mate. I think I know who it's going to be.
Go on, then. Who do you guess?
Go on, then. Well, he's been first a few times. They call him the man, the myth, the legend, the first one in, last one out. I presume his name begins with an E. Am I correct? Am I on the right lines here?
You are. You're very well.
I am on the right lines, mate. The man, the myth, the legend. Get him in here. Come on. Yeah, my guy. How are you doing today, my son?
All right, are you?
Yeah, very good, mate. Very, very good, man. Very good. So I guess no better place to start. Cardiff, how you feeling? Optimistic, happy, low, nervous? What's your original thoughts? I mean, initial thoughts.
Nick again nailed Green now, Nina Gra. Because Cardiff had the all in that game. And not go, the key, or where go, won't go, won't go, the key. I know that now, won't get, won't go to get Green not got, yeah. You know what, go talker. We go to know that one. We know one in that got. I hope not gonna hacker.
Yeah. So they've scored one. They've scored 1 goal all season, right, Ethan?
Yeah.
And conceded 11 goals. Yeah, 11 goals they've conceded and only scored 1. Right. We're going there, and we beat them 3-0 last time. So I'm thinking, my head's going. I think we might win 3-0 again, Ethan.
I get 2-0.
2-0.
Get it with Cardiff. They're always outgo with you. We always knew at Cardiff. That's how we at Cardiff were that gear. And go all the time we get that gear.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, you're right. It was there. I think it's 1 win in 7 down there, and that was last season.
God,
before that, we never win. We never win down there. So, but this shows that Farker's like the trend booker. He's the man that comes in and books the trend, breaks the records. And, you know, if we see something similar this season, go down there, win 3-0, happy days. What more can you want? Yeah. Would you make any changes, Ethan?
I will go to a wall hacker.
Right, okay. What would you do if you was the manager?
I would go to Tanaka go Gruwe.
Tanaka for Gruwe. Yeah,
do we
agree,
think there'll be any change? Well, you don't think there'll be any change, but there's a lot of injury concerns potentially.
Well,
Bamford and Vobra are reported to come back into the side, but the Solomon thing, do you not think Solomon will be dropped with this news of his back injury this week?
I guess he will.
So who would you put in his place? Ramazani.
Yeah.
I personally, if you're going to throw the question over to me, Joe, that's what I think would be changed. I think Ramazani is likely to come in for Manor Solomon. I think the way they're talking about things.
And then Ramazani, right?
Yeah.
He would put Ramazani left wing.
No, I would go walk a guy. Wow, where? I go not to that way.
You would. Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. I think that's fair.
Not good well. No,
he's not. No, he's not. You're right. I don't think Nonto's played well at all. But that's just my opinion, I guess. Right, are you ready for tonight's kicker? Are you ready for Joe B's question corner? Are you ready, Ethan?
Here we go.
Yeah, go on, Joe. You got one question only. What is it, Mama?
You see, the issue is you've stolen the question I was going to go for, so I'm going to think of one off the top of my head. What's the best kit Leeds United have this season?
Away kit.
Is that the one you're wearing?
Yeah.
Come on, let's have a look at it, Ethan. Come on. Show the people the away kit. There we go. It's a beauty. The smiley badge. There we go. Great stuff. Ethan, thank you very much, as always, for coming on, my man, okay?
Absolute legend, my
Legend,
man.
man.
See
Enjoy
you in
the
a
rest
bit.
of the show, Ethan. There we go. Big up.
And shout out
everyone's-
to Dr. Cox there as well in the chat, mate.
What's he saying?
There's more chance of JT dating Kim K than Fark making some changes. Ironically, you're probably right. And you know what? Shout out to Kim K because she's an Armenian sister of mine. So,
Oh, really? There you
yeah,
go.
she is, yeah.
Big up the Armenians in the chat. If
Not
there are
literally my
any.
sister, but you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, of course. I mean, if you wanted to date her.
I'm not
and
sure
everything,
you'd be here if you were Kim K's sister.
No,
That'd be a little bit of a
that's
different
true.
situation.
Well, if I was her sister, mate, well, I mean, I think you'd be a bit surprised if I was her sister, wouldn't you? Flipping heck. A bit too much of a girthy beard for that one, but
Hey God, right? Let's bring it back up. Let's bring in Danny. Danny Rumsey, you ready, my man?
Daddy,
Boom.
come on, restore some order to this chat.
Yeah, restore some order, Danny.
How are you, my son?
Good evening, Roman. Good evening, Stone Cold. Good evening, Michael Cole.
Oh, you've been upgraded to Stone Cold.
I'll take that, man. I love it.
Don't know if I will.
What of a
Michael Cole's a
wrestler?
good one, mate. Michael Cole's
Yeah,
a good
I
one.
think it's great.
Yeah, he's been hot for 22 years now. Speaking of someone that or something that hasn't been hot for 22 years, you know, Leeds United's managerial status at Leeds. We've had a lot of questionable ones. We spoke last time about Fark. It was 2 days ago now we were speaking about Fark. Do you think he'll make any changes tonight? I think it's the first question I want to open up with. Tomorrow, sorry.
I don't think he will, but he needs to.
Any names?
I'd drop Ampadu for Tanaka.
Okay.
Solomon's probably going to be out anyway, so Ramazani will probably come in. And I've got a funny feeling Rodon's going to be out, so Ampadu's probably going to go in at centre of defence.
Do you think there's any chance we'll see Voba? Because there's stories circulating that Voba and Bamford are likely to get themselves into the squad at least.
Yeah, I don't think they've had enough time.
Really?
Yeah, so I could see if there are two changes I were going to make, it'd probably be Ampadu for Tanaka and Solomon for Ramadani.
Okay. And you
There's some
feeling
surprising
optimistic or
changes.
no? Not really. I mean, if he thinks Ampadu's going to drop in over Rodon, then I can see why I put Tanaka in and the Ramazani one. I can see it. How are you feeling though? You feeling optimistic?
No, I think it'll be a tight game.
Yeah.
I think they're going to sit and defend for the life of it. We're going to have to try to break them down. That's why I'm going a 1-0 win.
Oh, 1-0. What's the name? Come on, give me the goal scorer here. Come on.
Right, so there's going to be a substitution at 75th minute. Josie's going to go off. Bamford's coming on. There'll be a free kick on 83rd minute. Gruev will swing it in. Bamford backdoor header.
Mate, that's what I'm talking about. Not even just the goal scorer. You let me know how it's going to happen, the minute it's going to happen. I like it. Speak it into existence. So you do think we're definitely going to see Bamford get at least a kick in tomorrow?
Yeah.
What do you make of Bamford, by the way? Do you think
Last
he's been
year
a
I
bit
was-
over-criticised?
Last year I was sticking up for him because everybody was saying he won't score goals, and I even said to Joe, and Joe will tell you he'll probably score more than Peru, which he almost nearly did. But this year, get this year over and done with. He's got a year left on his contract, and buy him out, then it'll be cheaper.
Buy him out. What about you, Joe? Bit of a critic of Patrick Bamford recently. Do you think we should be buying him out, or do you think he still has a good job to play for Leeds? Not buying him out, rather letting his contract tick down.
Yeah, well, he's going to have to. There's no one's going to take him. And yeah, he's got 2 years left, and I think he'll see his tenure out of Leeds. To be honest, in an ideal scenario, I'd like us to go and get a striker in January. If I'm being honest, I would like us to go do that just to help shoulder the burden with Joseph. I think we need that. Yeah.
I've learned to not have strong opinions on Patrick Bamford anymore.
Hey, listen, I back you. I back you with the
Hang
Bamford
on.
shout. I back you with
Patrick
Bamford.
Bamford had the best goal ratio in 90 minutes, didn't he, Joe?
There
tell
we go. Most goals for 90 last
Hey, he
season.
knows his stuff.
Facts. Right, before you go, Danny, you got one question and one question only from our main man, Joe B. Go ahead, Joe B.
If we were to have JT and Joe in a wrestling match and they're only allowed to use the moves of the people that you compared them to earlier, who wins?
It's got to be Joe.
Really?
Stone Cold all day
You
beats
think he's
Roman,
gonna beat
man.
the OTC,
Yeah, but do you beat
mate,
JT?
No, listen.
the tribal chief?
Yeah,
I'll get you
JT's
that
about-
guillotine, you'll be
JT's about
done,
4
my
foot,
son.
man. JT's about 4 foot.
You're
JT,
shorter than me.
JT,
I'm not,
you,
JT.
Yeah, you
you,
are.
you lay Michael Cole in bottom right shouting, "It's a slobber knocker. It's stomping a mud hole and walking it dry."
More of a
Love
Jim
it,
Ross
man.
line, the slut, the
Yeah,
slut.
yeah.
But nah, mate, the
Yeah.
mud hole was overrated anyway, mate. It was always a dead move. You'll be
I wouldn't.
getting
To be honest, it's
punched
Stone Cold beats
straight into
Roman, but
oblivion.
JT
Yeah.
probably twists me up. He does some of that USC training stuff, don't he, JT? I
Joe,
don't
yeah, but
fancy-
Joe, it's not about how fast you are; it's what's up there.
yeah, well, exactly. I've got more brains than him, that's for sure. Joking. Listen, Danny, thank you as always, my man. Legend.
No problem.
Cheers, buddy. There we go. That was Danny Rumsey. Always top guy. Always watching the show as well. We've had a couple of Lord. Oh, we did get that. And big up to Fred who says, "Agree, Joe 3-0." Big up to Fred. Thank you for the super chat, my man. Yeah, do you know what? I'm just having a bit of fun here because this happened the other day. Like Kilgallen came on. He's now been gifted a member, and I'm going, right, Kilgallen, you tell me I'm wrong all the time. You say Farker's the worst thing since sliced bread. Come on, put your point across. But these people keep bottling it. He says he can't show up because he's the most hated man on Wacko or something. So clearly he doesn't want to show his face or something. I don't know, something like that. But if you have been given a membership, folks, make sure you come and join us and get involved in the fun.
Yeah, we want to see some new faces here as well. Some
yeah,
new
man.
names. So you know
Yeah,
what,
we
20 of
do.
you have come out of the woodworks with a membership. Let's see if at least 2 of
100%.
you have got the stagats to come
Yeah.
here and face
I
Joe
can see-
Blackburn's mystery question.
Yeah, I can see Matty. I don't think we've had Matty before, have we? Matty, we haven't, have we? No, we haven't. Matty's a new guy. We'll be with you shortly, Matty. But before we do, let's go to Jay Racer.
Yes.
Is he coming in with the
Get him
W? He probably
Get
will,
him in.
Here
It's
we go.
time to play the game.
Evening, guys. Yeah, it is time to play the game. All I need now is just a bottle of water to tip it all over my head and then spit it up into the crowd.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it.
They got the bottle.
Loving the
Yeah, it's
jacket, mate.
It's surprisingly quite hard to do when you're not got an actual bottle of water. Yeah, it's quite
No.
maybe quite simple in theory doing all the poses, but now you actually need the right props to do it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you definitely do, my man. How you feeling ahead of tomorrow then, Jay Racer?
So I actually feel quite relaxed about tomorrow's game, full enough. Maybe it's because we've got our first loss out the way, but more importantly, I'm confident because I know we've already exercised the Cardiff away hoodoo back in January, and so there's no reason why we can't go back there and do the same again. I know they've got probably not quite the same squad they had either last season as well when we were fearing going there.
Yeah, it's because I think like Ethan was saying earlier, it's one win in 7. So prior to that, it'd have been 6 without a win, wouldn't it? So for us to go, well, if my maths are right, I know it's not my strongest point, but I assume that's the case. We've been talking about changes, Jay Racer. Would you make any changes ahead of this one?
So I think we may probably see Solomon get rest. I mean, I probably wouldn't, even if Solomon is fit to start, I would rest him. And I would unleash Ramazani.
Mm-hmm.
See, I like.
And also, depending on Firpo's fitness, I'd put if Firpo is that'll probably a late call, but maybe we'll see Schmidt as well. I would like to see Tanaka start as well, but I get the impression we may have to wait a little bit longer for him to get his start.
What did you make to Farke's comments when he was asked about midfield by Popey in the presser? He spoke about he likes the balance in there and we don't concede chances. And he then referenced it back to saying, look, you know, if the players take the chances, we don't lose that game. So do you think he's happy with that midfield dynamic of Gruev and Ampadu? Because I got that impression, J Racer. I might be wrong, but that's the impression I got.
I think it probably depends on game to game. I know you don't go and change I know that you don't go and change things willy-nilly. But the pressure is on Farke, and I know he wasn't afraid to admit it. But I think it probably depends. I think just see how tomorrow goes. Maybe we might see Gruev go a little bit further forward. I mean, at the end of the day, goals change games, goals change opinion, and if Gruev slammed in a big thunderbolt tomorrow, we'll then think, now we know Farke, what Farke we're talking about. So at the end of the day, he sees everything that goes on.
Yeah. Well, he was on. Go on,
as your man said, Gruev is going to be getting the assist in the 83rd minute for the free kick. So there's no chance of him being dropped now after that one. But you said you would drop Solomon anyway. Is that something performance based, or is that just precautionary over his fitness?
I'd probably say it was precautionary. Yeah, I'd probably say it's precautionary. Thankfully, the injury he did pick wasn't his leg. It was a back injury, from what I understand. So I'd probably just go precautionary. We don't want to end up beasting him by playing every single minute like we did to Georgie last season. Of course, we need to see Ramazan. I mean, he's one of our new players, and we do want to see him start at some point to get his first game under his belt and get up to speed in the proper game atmosphere, and not in the final 5 minutes. So I reckon Solomon can come out, because at the end of the day, we do need to look after him.
Yeah,
we do. Do you think that's early worrying signs over our recruitment over the summer, potentially? The fact that Solomon's injury issues are already starting to come to the surface. Farke doesn't seem necessarily like he fully trusts Ramazani enough, because we would have all probably given him a little bit more game time at this point in the season. Do you think this goes to highlight potential issues early doors?
Probably say it's a little bit too early to tell, because thankfully Solomon's injury was his back, from what I understand. So at least it's not that troubled leg that he's always been having the problems with. So as long as it's not his leg, that's fine. But I would probably just rest him for tomorrow, do a little bit of rotation, because Farke does need to rotate things a little bit more often to avoid what happened last season.
And I think you're right as well. And I know JT's just asking the questions there, but it's only been 2 games, and it's so you know, hopefully.
And you've got to ask the questions. You've got to probe the bear a little bit, especially when you've got the big dog J Racer, mate. It's hard to get him on the back foot. He's too slick. He's too quick. He's got the words. He's got the rhyme. He's got everything going for him. But what's your score prediction for tomorrow?
I'm keeping the 2-0 prediction from last week. That didn't come to pass, and and this time for the scorers, I'm going for Aronson and Ramazani. Further redemption for the American boy on his redemption.
Love that. I was talking of Americans. Jared did ask Joe, "Do you allow Americans on?" I was like, "Well, yeah, we've had Americans on before. Of course we do."
Many.
You remember? If you go to the members feed, Jared, the link will be there. Click that link. Before we let you go, though, J Rosa, you've got one question and one question only from Joe B. Joe B, over to you.
You do. And this one, slightly less Leedsy than you'd expect, because I'm going on the fact that J Racer has a racing YouTube channel, and for once, the Formula 1 Championship's a little bit wide open. Who's winning the Drivers' Championship? Is it going to be Lando? Is it going to be Max? Or is Piastri going to come out of nowhere? What are we thinking?
I don't watch modern Formula 1 these days, but thankfully I do know of those drivers. So I'm going to back the Red Bull connection, Max.
There we go. That'll do it.
You should have just gone with a retro driver. You should have gone with a retro driver and been like Damon Hill. Do you know what I mean?
I'll tell you what, I'm going to go for Roberto Moreno, for anyone who remembers him from back in who was like the super sub. Back in the 80s and early 90s, he drove some right bad cars over the years and for some bad teams.
I could do you a Marc Genet, but I couldn't go there.
More of a Rodrigo Moreno kind of guy.
I remember Marc Genet. or even someone like Ricardo Rossi, the man who impresses mechanics so much, they actually renamed the letters on his scooter spelled Tosser after it packed the barrier at Monaco one year.
Damn.
Love that. I do like the film Rush. Which two drivers
Oh,
is
that's
that?
a classic, yeah. Based on the
Brilliant
old
film.
rivalry between James and Nicky Lauda.
That's the one. What a film that is, by the way. Absolutely unbelievable. Jay Racer, thank you as always, my man. We'll see you again next
Cheers,
time.
guys. It was good fun. Good quick fire question there, JB. Good thinking. Sharp mind there.
I love that. Love that from Jay Racer.
The quadruple J link up.
Yeah, man. He knew, you see, he's like, that's good though. Joe B remembered he had a car channel. He was like, right, boom. And that's,
I'm subscribed to it. As we
oh,
all
there
should
you go.
There we
Oh,
go.
there you
That's what I'm talking about, mate.
So am I. I like
There we go.
racing simulators.
Yeah, you're not subscribed to me though, Joe.
Yes,
not
I am.
subscribed to
actually,
me.
bro.
Remember that one? Cut throwback to the old midweek fix with me, you.
Wasn't I
me, you,
actually
and
subscribed
Lewis.
once?
Yeah, remember me, you, Lewis. We were doing the midweek fix back a couple of years ago. If anyone remembers that, you are an absolute legend of the game. But we were doing it, and we were talking about my channel. So you did the old screen share thing. You're like, oh, let's check out JT's channel. And you see that big subscribe button, nice and red, unsubscribe.
Really? Shall I check if I am now?
Because you were like telling everyone, you're like, oh yeah, let's show JT's channel so you can all go and subscribe. You haven't even subscribed yourself, mate.
I didn't know I was Scottish, but here you go, just for you. Bro.
Scottish?
There you go.
Never been to Ellenroe. Oh, there we go. Oh, it doesn't have the notification bell ticked.
Well, no, because I mean, come on, that's a little bit too far. Do I need to be notified every time you go live?
No, you need notifying for all those YouTube shorts because he's got that front line journalism.
True.
I don't think you get notified for shorts, to be fair.
No, I just get him on Instagram anyway. I've got him on Instagram notifications, so that's all right. Right, up next, we've got the old timer. Does anyone remember who the old timer is?
Come on, mate. He's young, he's fit, he's ready for action, he's matured like a beautiful French wine, a Trébier, my wine name's gone. Yeah, my name's gone. I was going to say Trébier. Listen, mate.
Whoa, that pronunciation there.
Yeah, Trébier, you know.
Tu parles un petit peu de français, oui?
Look, Arsène Wenger, I think.
No, wait, do again, Joby. Go do again.
Pardon? Je parle un petit peu de français, mais c'est très mal. N'est pas bien.
Très mal, très son.
Comme ci, comme ça.
Comme ça. Si yo hablo un poco de español, no es perfecto, pero francés, no hablo.
When it comes to Spanish, I can just do what I like to call sports Spanish because I've worked on like a lot of Spanish events. So I know the word for tires, but I don't know anything outside.
I can't. Si hables español.
Tú hablas español, yo hablo un poco.
Si, that's it. That's all I've got.
The extent of your Spanish is un beer, por favor.
Nah, man.
Cerveza, not beer.
Cerveza. It's cerveza.
Yeah, mate, that's what I'm talking about. This guy knows. He's been to Benidorm a fair few times.
I've actually been to Malaga.
Bulldozer.
I love you, no. Although I have been to Benidorm as well.
I know you have, mate. I've seen it.
It's a bit wild.
Fresh,
it's a bit wild.
You look sharp. All right, let's get the big man in here.
Let's get Ricky in. Here we go. Rico!
Ricky, how are you?
How we doing, boys?
Good, man.
Good.
How are you?
Splendid.
Good. How are you feeling ahead of tomorrow?
Sick of all that shit you've been coming out with, like all foreign language and all that. American comedy. I'd rather watch Tap Drip than watch American comedy.
Really? What's your favorite comedy, Rick?
Fawlty Towers.
See, it's before my time. It's before my time.
That is a classic, though. That is a classic.
Yeah, I know it. Fawlty Towers.
My favorite comedy is Leeds United this season, to be honest with you. But maybe I'm on a slightly different tune. Huh?
We'll have a less of that.
Tell him, Rick, how are you feeling at the minute? Because obviously we didn't see you on the midweek show. How are you feeling on the manager at the minute?
Don't like it.
Either?
Really?
No, I fuck out.
Are you?
Oh, we needed you. We needed you the other day, mate. We were sat there waiting for some fuck out representatives. No one was coming on.
Yeah, but I wasn't a member.
Last week? Oh, well, you're not a member.
No.
So talk to us then, Rick. Tell us why you're Fark out.
His tactics are poor. He relies on individual players playing their game as he's brought them in. He's brought Perot in, that's why he'll never drop him. And his tribe.
We know you don't like
His
Pirot.
substitutions are unbelievable. He's tactically unaware for me, Joe.
Okay.
So what you think
And
the substitutions are just too little, too late?
I want pro-action. I don't want reaction. And that's all he's full of.
I do agree that he's reactive. He is reactive. I'm not going to, just to be fair, he does react as opposed to making...
You've got to see what's coming, what's going, not what's gone behind.
I would say the opposite, actually. I'd say he's unreactive because...
No, but I mean, he makes his
waits-
changes after, so he's therefore
He
reacting
makes his
to
changes
theirs.
after, but
So he's
it's like they're
reacting.
already set in stone before the match. It's like no matter what's going on, he's not going to do anything until the 70th minute. If he was reactive, he would be making changes earlier, in my opinion. So it depends on your
He's
definition
setting
of
stone
reaction.
before the play.
Yeah, he waits until the 70th minute. When does he make any changes before that? If he was reactive and he saw things that we were seeing, i.e. problems in the 30th or 45th minute, maybe he'd make 1 or 2 changes at half time or something like that. When's the last time we've seen him actually react to the way a game's going and make a change in due time?
That's exactly what I'm saying, JT. It's not on PlayStation. It's actually on grass.
What's your PlayStation got to do with it, mate? What's always
what-
coming up
that's
with the
what it's playing
PlayStation
like.
lines.
That every game's
know.
exactly the same. It isn't.
No, of course not.
You come up with different challenges, different players. He's not doing anything about it. It's like, I won't do anything till I get to the 70th minute. No, what shall I do now?
That's my point. That's my point.
I'll throw on all the attackers. Give up.
So do you think he'll make any changes tomorrow?
Do I think he will? No, but he should do.
Who would you
Who
change?
would you change?
Do you want my team for tomorrow?
Go on.
Yes.
Go on.
Unfortunately, Millie in goal. Don't laugh, Joe.
Sorry.
The back
Well, keep
four,
it together, Jim.
Rodon, Straug, Firpo.
Bogle's gone.
Yeah,
Bogle's gone.
Okay.
Time out for a bit. Show him his weaknesses, show him where he's coming short. Then feed him back with a bit of confidence. My middle two, Ampadu Tanaka. Three in front of that, Ramazani, Aronson, Nonto.
Which side for Nonto Ramazzani?
Hey,
Which side? So Nonto on the right, Ramazzani on the left.
it doesn't matter. I want them three floating.
Nice. I love it. Go on, Rick.
I don't want them taking it. That's your side. That's your side. I need them three mobile. I need them to move between.
Okay. All right. I hear that.
Joseph up front.
I like
I mean,
it.
I can
I
do
like
a job, but I don't know if you want a Joseph up.
Mhm.
You want
What have you
Josh?
made of Joseph so far? Obviously, he was quite wasteful the last game, and there's been questions over his clinicality. What have you made of him so
Let's
far?
get behind him.
Yeah.
Everybody's wanting to knock him off all the time. Let's get behind him. Give him 10, 12, 14 games. There you are, son. You're there. Then he'll get
you
his
think-
confidence. Then he'll start scoring more.
So you think it's just a matter of giving him more time?
Yeah, of course I do.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
it's
very
I
good.
like the lineup. I
Respect
like
that.
the lineup.
Yeah.
It's a very good lineup. Ricky, you ready for your one question off Joe B?
No, should I?
Go on, Joe B.
If you're feeling Farker out, who is the replacement and why?
That is exactly why nobody has got a list of who's available. Nobody's got a CV list available. with players, we can do that left, right, and centre because we see them play all the time. Everybody's saying, "Who would you have in? Who's available? Who'll come?"
But is that not the same
Corberan?
players at the same time?
If you look at Jesse Marsh's CV, you'd have chucked it straight in bin. How can anybody say, "Who would you have?" We haven't got the plan. We haven't got the drawing to say who's available and who will come.
Fair.
Oh, there's Corberan, apparently £2 million release clause.
JT, would he come?
I don't think so, no.
Right, there you are.
I had to ask the question.
It's a difficult question. It's a difficult question without
Of
knowing.
course it is. And we haven't got that information.
No.
I've not been brought on to ask the easy questions.
Oh, no one, no.
Says that.
No.
Everybody says that. Who would you have?
Yeah, they do. Yeah, you're right.
I'd have you,
excellent.
mate. I'd have you. That's who I'd have.
Yeah, with that
I'd have
lineup,
you.
Rick. With that lineup, Rick, I'd back you as well. Rick in.
Yeah. Get him in.
Yeah, and I'd have a little tunnel with an officer end, and if they haven't done what they're supposed to do, that'd be the wages. I won't have any contracts. I'd be like old wage packet. And they come in. How have you done today? Keep walking, mate. No wages for you. No, would it be brilliant, wouldn't it?
It would be. It definitely would. We'd see some better
Keep walking,
performances,
mate.
I'm sure. Rick, thanks as always for coming on, mate. Cheers, buddy.
Cheers, boys.
Have a good day.
Have a good one, Rick. There we go. There he is.
Good night,
Legend. That is Rick, folks, with us.
Yes.
We've got some more people joining. We've got new faces and that coming in the chat as well, which I love to see. Next up, though, it's not an old. Well, it's not a new face. We've had him on before. It is, of course, Mr. JC. Jay, how you doing, my man?
I'm good, mate. Yourself?
Yeah, good, man. Good. You had to just do that, didn't you? Run your
I
fingers
know,
through
yeah.
your hair.
I just wanted to make you a bit jealous, Joe. That's all it was, mate. Hang on.
It's looking beautiful, mate. Looking nice.
looking
What do you
good.
put in it? What do you do to keep it like that?
Head and shoulders. That's it, mate.
Just not even. I'm trying to ask you because I've only had long hair recently for like the past year, and it's an absolute nightmare to manage. Do you condition it
Same,
at all?
mate. Yeah, same. I've literally only had it for about a year, mate.
Oh,
so-
right. No, because it looks a lot
being
healthier than
yourself.
mine. That's why I ask. But anyway, speaking of healthy, Leeds United, not necessarily the healthiest affairs right now. How are you feeling? Optimism wise?
I'm all right, mate. Still, to be fair, I think I was at the Burnley game, and second half was very deja vu. And I kind of said it when I walked out the ground with me mate. I was like, it just felt like a little bit like last season. It felt a bit like the Sunderland game that I was at, and it felt a little bit like the Blackburn game I was at. But overall, I'm still pretty chill. I still think we'll finish top of the league. I still think we'll have 90 plus points. I haven't got my trophy to hand for last season, unfortunately. I think Joe must still have that one.
Yeah, I've still got it,
mate.
bro.
Cheers for that. But yeah, no, I'm really calm about it still. I think we'll win tomorrow. I think it'll be a tough game, but I think it'll be a comfortable victory. Yeah, I'm still really relaxed. I think overall, the start of the season, the Pompey game was just one of those, just odd. Two good results against two supposedly tough teams this season as well, in Hull and Sheffield Wednesday. West Brom, yeah, it wasn't great, but if you actually look at the stats, they didn't really dominate us and they didn't really create much more than we did either in the game. So we had to stem the bleeding at the back, which we did. So yeah, I'm pretty calm, mate. I still think we'll walk this league, to be honest with you.
What was the
you know- go on,
atmosphere
sorry.
like? Sorry, you said you're at the game. What was it like from being in the ground?
It was started off same as every game. Everyone was up for it. You miss a couple of chances, and then they hit you on the break, and it does start turning a little toxic. Got a bit quiet in the second half, especially with the side to side backwards stuff. But overall, I don't think it was as bad as people were making out. I've been there, and it's been a lot worse. The Sunderland game was a lot worse atmosphere wise than what that one was. So yeah.
Do you know what, as well, just on that whole result, because again, the two wins we've had, those that have an agenda all week have been telling me Hull are rubbish, Sheff Wednesday are rubbish, that's the only reason we won, etc. Hull won 3-1 tonight away at Stoke, so, that narrative will stop soon enough because, they've just not been scoring goals, but I think it's easy to start saying stuff like that, but, end of day, Jay, like, it's one loss in 5, innit?
Yeah.
Prior to that, we were undefeated in the league. We'd had 3 clean sheets on the spin. have you felt it's been a little bit maybe just?
Sorry.
Are you messing with your shorts while we're doing this show?
No, it just came on. I turned my phone on to check the stats for tomorrow, and it was on there because it was on the upload screen. I'm so
Leeds
sorry.
United, Carlos
I'm
Cobra.
so sorry. I'm so sorry.
I thought it was what JT was predicting the future after tomorrow's result when we lose.
But yeah, do you feel it's been a little bit too much, bit reactionary these last few days?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you see the stat, everyone talking about, oh, it's what, 5 wins in 15 or whatever it is, because they want to bring up last season. I mean, if you want to go back and that sort of stat, well, let's go back to the start of January. I think it's like 19 wins in 27 or something stupid like that, isn't it? It's a crazy stat. I get why people do it, and it's very Leedsy of us to do it. Let's be honest, we're a very reactionary fan base because we're so passionate about it. But overall, I'm still very calm with it, and it'll all be good.
And did you give us a score prediction? You're confident ahead of tomorrow, right?
I'm confident. I think it'll be 2-0. I think we're 2-0 away from home. Yeah,
nice.
Who are we talking? Who's getting himself on the score sheet?
It all depends who plays. I have a feeling that if Solomon is out injured, we won't see Ramazani. I think we will probably see Joel Peru in the 10, and that'll upset a lot of people. But I reckon he will end up scoring if he does play in the 10 tomorrow. And then
an Aronson on the right hand side and Nonto on the left.
Yeah, I think that'll probably change it around like that. Not because I don't think Farke doesn't trust Ramazani. I just think he's still young, getting used to things. I mean, we saw it last season with Gruev. It took Gruev half a season before he got introduced to the team, and then he came in and was really good. So yeah, I just think it's a case of he's going to bed these players in properly with the training regimes. Technically the whole squad are only trained together for 1 week because of the international breaks and stuff all together. So yeah, overall, I think he'll probably stick Joel Peru in the 10. And I think if he does, I could see him netting tomorrow.
Damn.
Not saying
to be fair, the Swansea connection as well against Cardiff. So yeah, but damn, I didn't even think about that possibility. That didn't even cross my mind, to be fair. But I actually, now that you've said that, I think you might be spot on. I actually do think you might be spot on. I think he will start Perot in the 10. I actually really do.
Yeah, there's a shout for it, isn't there? There is a definite.
That's why Joe looks so sad now.
No, there's a definite shout for it.
My optimism for tomorrow is slightly dwindling down a little bit now that you've put that into the ethos, shall we say?
Well, I couldn't probably be too positive. I mean, I missed out on the Farker in and out chat the other day, so
Yeah. Let me just jump on this. This is a good friend of mine. Little Dan, who says, for what it's worth, I think we smoked this league, which is part of the group chat that I'm in, that I made that claim. And do you know what? I still stand by that claim, Little Dan. We've only played 5 games. I still think we will smoke this league. Jay just said it earlier. You think we're going to batter this league, aren't they? We're just getting into gear, man. It's still.
I mean, you're never going to go a whole 46 game season without dropping points and losing the odd game and drawing the odd game. It just doesn't happen at this level. It doesn't happen in the Championship.
No, you're right. It doesn't. Right, Jay, before we go, are you ready for your one question and one question only from Mr. Joe B?
I am. Just a heads up, if you've heard any small rumblings, it's not my stomach, it's my dog. Asleep on their bed.
What dog have you got?
She's an American Akita.
Wow. I've never like a Japanese but American?
Yeah.
Oh, I've never known that before. No, but I've never heard of that brand of dog, that's all. Do they look the same or?
No, the American Akitas are a bit chunkier because they're American. And they look more like bears. So sorry.
That's all right, mate.
I'm not the one to be throwing that around, to be fair. So
yeah, no worries. Great stuff. Right, over to you, Joby.
We're in a weird version of the world where Daniel Farke has been sacked, but you are now the only member of staff at Leeds United, and you are responsible for hiring a new manager. You have a choice of 4 candidates. Do you pick Neil Warnock, Chris Wilder, Sam Allardyce, or Paul Heckingbottom?
Ooh, can I have Doris the Tea Lady instead?
If you want,
it might be a bit of a better choice, to be fair.
Yeah.
Boris the Tea Lady.
Doris.
I'd actually take Heckingbottom out of that poor list, by the way. I think.
I was just going. He managed us before Bielsa, so it's a bit,
that would probably.
Yeah, and it was tragic, mate.
I'd probably go
Tragic.
Warnock just for shits and giggles, to be fair.
Yeah, do it. It'd be fun. Right, Jay, thank you as always, my man. Cheers, brother.
Thank you,
Oh,
Uncle.
I have a question for you before you do go. I was hoping Joe was going to ask you. I don't know what they're called, but I know they're in like shops. Them things
yeah.
behind you, figures.
The pop vinyls, yeah.
That's what they're called. Which is your best one and why?
I have got a. Oh God, I'm showing myself to be a massive nerd now.
No,
I've
it's
got a
fine, mate.
Ghost-
I love a
I've
nerd.
got a Ghostbusters one, which is the banquet scene from the first film when they're catching Slimer.
Okay.
So
Ooh.
it's like Egon and.
So you've got
Venkman.
the full scene.
Yeah, so it's the full scene in a big one, yeah. But it's not down here, that's upstairs. So.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hey,
Love
hey,
that.
no, ain't nothing wrong with being a nerd, mate. I've been a
Nah,
nerd
I
my
love
whole
that.
life myself, mate. That's a sick jumper, by the way. Bare knuckle boxing. I noticed that earlier. I just didn't say anything. That is a flipping heater, mate. That is a heater.
Great stuff. Next time we want to see that scene, Jay. We want to see that scene, Jay.
I'll bring it
from,
down, mate. I'll dig it out
do
for
it.
you.
Legend.
All
All
right,
right. Thank you very
In a bit,
much, my man. Cheers, buddy. There we go. Legend as always. Great to see people coming back and getting to know people and all that sort of stuff. It really is.
Yeah, it's good,
it
man.
really is
Building a
great.
nice community here.
100%. Exactly. Next up, though, we've got a fresh face, a new face who's not been with us before. Matty, how are you, my man?
Hey up, boys. Yeah, I'm good, thank you. You all right?
Good. Yeah, good,
Yeah,
man.
you're
Good,
right.
man. It's
Sound.
great to see you. Love that picture
Cheers.
behind you.
Yeah,
It's a bit mad, innit? It's a
Yeah,
bit
you're
mad.
winning already in my book, mate. You're winning already. Good man. Good man. How are you feeling then? How are you feeling about Leeds right now?
Really optimistic, to be fair. I'd love to come on here and say I'm fark out just to give you a bit more meat on bones, but I'm not going to say that. Yeah, I think like
Don't
all
be like
life,
Sean, Matty. Don't be like Sean, Matty.
nah, it's like I just think a lot of negativity around Fark at the minute, and you know, if he were the finished article when it comes to being a manager, he wouldn't be at Leeds, would he? We were saying about Georgie last year. If he could finish, he wouldn't be at Leeds. He's not going to be best manager at World. He's in Championship, but he's good enough to get you on average 2 points a game to get you promoted out of this league. Simple as. I think he gets a lot of stick, and yeah, his tactics are always the best. His subs can be, you know, a little bit of miss at times, but he will get us out of this league. It's proven. He gets you 90 points at 90-point trophy again, but he gets you to that summit of that amount of points, and that will get us over the line this year. I'm pretty sure of it. So yeah, my back him 100%, and I think he's a top guy. Yeah, I really like him.
So do
you
not
can
think
come
he's-
back, Matty. You can come back, my guy.
Yeah, to be fair, mate, first time on, you got the gift of the gab, certainly,
Yeah,
mate.
man,
You got the
love
gift
it.
of the gab. I rate
Am
it,
I-
and the
Can
confidence.
am I all right just to make there's basically like 4 people really I think are getting a bit of stick. Obviously Farker's one, but I've said my piece on him.
Go on,
Yeah,
go.
Then
go.
I think when it comes to team, you've only really got most of the team picks itself, I'd say, you know. But you look at Bogle, Gruev, and Joseph, I think are getting a bit of heat at the minute. Joseph, for me, I think he's a fantastic player. I think he stays in. Fortunately for him, there aren't many people pushing him for that shirt anyway. So regardless, I think he's still got a fair few games yet, even if he were having a stinker, which he isn't. I think he's performing sound, and I think the goals will come. I think Gruev is playing well, and people aren't really giving him a stick. But you know, he's the easy one to say. Maybe Tanaka comes in for Gruev. I would say with your point you've mentioned a few times this week, Joe, that I don't feel like he's playing with 2 6s. I do feel like Gruev's more progressive. I feel like he's playing an 8 this year. He's had a couple of shots from goal in the last few games, which he didn't do at all last year. He's a threat from set pieces, mainly free kicks, which no one else can take a free kick. He can take a free kick. I think Gruev at the minute keeps his place. A few more weeks of Tanaka getting more minutes than he did last game. That'll only benefit him. So I think for me, Gruev remains and he's playing pretty well. The only person I'd give it a little bit of a negative to would be Bogle. I think Archie Gray last year were a lot more defensive. He didn't bomb up and down that right hand side as much as Bogle does. Hence why I think Rodon's looking a bit more isolated this year, because you know, last year he had Archie Gray tucked in and it become a free at back, whereas this year, you know, you find that Furpot and Bogle are going up and exposed. Yeah, Gruev drops in and Peru can drop in, but I feel like without Archie tucking in, I feel like Rodon's suffering a little bit. I think Bogle's the only player I would argue maybe to drop out, and I wouldn't be against. I'd like to see Schmidt play, but I wouldn't be against even Byron playing, just to give us that solid base, Firpo can do his stuff, and we saw last year with a solid base, we could still play, good football going forward. So I don't see any harm in maybe Bogle coming out for a few games and, maybe give Byron a go or Schmidt. That's the only person I'd look at maybe changing, mate.
Brilliant. Love that, mate.
Okay,
Can't
damn.
say it. I agree.
It's hard to come back with a rhetoric. You covered pretty much everything, mate. You did a bit. You must have done a presentation course because you covered all the questions.
Hey, lads, I'm really nervous. I'm really nervous.
Really?
Lads, I'm waffling on. Sorry, really nervous.
Oh man, don't be silly.
I've messaged you a few times, Joe, and spoke a couple of months ago. One of my mates passed away. Remember Hisco, and you made an announcement here, and you told me to come on. And I've said a few times I wanted to come on before and speak, and I'm a bit nervous, but
good.
So I'm here tonight, and I'm waffling.
Drop me a message. Drop me a message after, mate. Drop me a message, yeah.
But you're a legend. But
go out to him. Second of all, for you, mate. Listen. It takes a lot to come on here, especially the first time you're doing it. It takes a lot of confidence. The fact you've done it, you've spoken very, very well, mate. Very articulate, very classy, more articulate than Mr. Joe Wayman himself. So I have to say, mate, you are doing yourself a disservice by saying that, mate. Phenomenal job. I do want to ask you tomorrow. Then, what's your score predictions for tomorrow?
I think 3-0, and I'm expecting Joseph to get a couple. If I'm honest. I'm thinking 3-0 and Joseph will get a couple. Yeah, but I say 3-0 for most games. To be fair, I go to Ellen Road each week, and I always say 3-0. I always fancy that score. But I think tomorrow will be a good performance. We'll get those ball will bounce for us tomorrow, and we'll get a couple more goals, and we'll be somewhere near.
I certainly hope so, mate. I could definitely do with a 3-0. I swear, as the longer you've been going, the more northern you sound. You started off, you sound. I thought, no, the southerner, mate, or something, and then
nice. No, definitely not.
The more Yorkshire,
proper Leeds, mate.
Whereabouts you sit? No, I'm saying you go every week. So whereabouts you sitting?
East Upper. I'm only a member. I'm not lucky enough. I think I'm like 21,000 on members on the waiting list, although Angus won't tell us where I am, but I probably am that far down. But I'm a member, but I literally spend all week. If I don't get one on ballot, I spend all week refreshing. And when one pops up, I sit wherever.
What's your opinion on the atmosphere then, Matty? What do you reckon to it recently?
Yeah, to be fair, Joe, I think you were bang on the other day. Like expectancy is what I'd say. Like it's definitely down. I mean, when we were in Premier League and we were getting pumped 4-5 against City, it were bouncing. It was absolutely bouncing. It's like us against World, but I think it's one of them things where we're expecting to win. So when we're winning by a couple of goals, we cheer when we score and stuff. But it does sort of calm down through the game, and you're sitting there, and I think it is just because we're expecting to win. So when we're behind, we're nervy. When we're in front, it's what we're expected anyway. I don't know. Honestly, I think if we were 2 or 3 down, you'd see us bouncing, try to get behind boys. But you hit nail on head, expectancy, and I don't know what else to say than that. But it's definitely dropped a little bit this last 18 months.
Yeah, definitely has.
But we're a mint fan group, mate, and fan base, and we're a top club, and we'll be there, mate. Too right.
Yeah, exactly. We will be. Right, before we let you go, Matty, you've got one question only from Joe B. Go on, Joe B, over to you.
Okay, cool. So this is a question that I'm asking to basically absolutely everybody that I know that goes to Welland Road relatively consistently or has done. What is one of your match day traditions, and why is that something you have to do?
I'm glad you mentioned this. So I'm one of those fans. Like, I don't like to get my phone out. I live in the moment. If I go to a gig, I don't get my phone out. I don't take enough pictures of my wife and my kids. I should really, but I live in the moment. But there was a game early on last year where my partner FaceTimed me as we were coming out singing and marching together come out, which is my favourite part of going to Welland Road. That the atmosphere there, no matter what, each week when that song comes on, is unbelievable. And she FaceTimed me, and and kids were on video as well, and we won that game. I think it was the Watford game. I think we won 3-0. And then ever since then, I hate doing it, but I need to do it. I FaceTime her, bang on the 2 minutes before kick-off when that song comes on. And kids, if it's not a nighttime kick-off, kids are there and we're all singing marching on together. And I do that every week, but I did it last week. It's the first time we've lost, so I don't know what to do next game.
You got to keep it. You got to keep it.
Don't know what to do, but I love it.
That's wholesome. That's wholesome content, man. You've got to.
I love it, mate. So I look and I've got my missus, and it goes to my twin. But I've got twin boys, 5-year-old. One of them's got autism as well, and
Wow.
The first song he ever sung while marching on together, and it's his favourite song. And every single home game,
Mate,
I
you're gonna
get my
make
little
me
boys.
cry, you know, mate.
It's
You're gonna
mint,
make me
mate. It's
cry,
mint. So I'm glad you asked that, Joe. But that's my tradition. Every home game, I FaceTime the missus and the kids for marching together, and it's top. It's top.
No, that's beautiful, man. I can say from the other side, whenever I hear that song, or even whenever I hear strings out for Yasmin as they're coming out, I just instantly think of my dad. So the fact you have that connection with you and your family with it, it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful.
It's all right. Thanks, boys.
And Joe B, you're doing a video on that very topic, so you feel free to take that snippet from this, mate, if you want. I know.
I will. I think I'm still waiting on YouTube.
You are waiting on mine. Sorry, yeah, I was, yeah. You are waiting on mine.
If I remember to ask JT.
Yeah, remind me on. But Matty, drop me a message after, buddy. Yeah, and thank you very much for coming on, my man. All right.
Thanks, boys. Take care. See you later. Thank you.
Bye bye. There we go. What a legend. Great first show in there from Matty. I can't lie to you, when he started speaking, I was thinking, this is broke, man. I was going. I tell you what, though, this next person's not going to make me cry. He's going to make me get angry more than anything.
Big Sean, innit?
Yeah, it's the Big Sean. It's the big dog.
Say, mate. You know, I'm just going to sit back with this one, mate. The big dog, Roman Reigns, mate. I don't even need to say nothing.
And Joe B, make sure you've got a question for this guy. Make sure you've got a real question for this guy.
I love Sean, man. I love him.
Same. So do I. So do I.
No question's too hard for me, Joe.
How are you doing, brother? Talk to me.
Hello, Joey B. How things?
I think things are all right. I'm trying to think of the most difficult question I possibly can. Maybe something about what Descartes thought on free will, something like that. We'll find out.
Do you know what, Sean?
Hello for me. No hello for LJT, mate. Gives a hello, Joe. Gives a hello, Joe B.
I've never talked to Joey B. That's why.
Oh, but you never spoken to Joey. They give him a hello. I see.
I talk to 2 years nearly every week now at this stage.
No, I'm joking. Go ahead, Joe. Put him on the grill.
Come on, mate. Come on. How are you feeling, mate? How are you feeling ahead of this game? Because we know you're far out, right? We know you're far out. So I'm assuming you're not confident ahead of tomorrow, or are you?
I'm confident. We should be beating them anyway.
So will he get any praise for you if he does? Then I guess not.
Of course.
Oh, you will.
I've always been like that, Joe.
How many goals will it take him? Does he have to score 5 for you to give him
10? 10. I'm giving praise when need be. I've given praise when I thought he deserved it. You know what I mean? But yeah, like we should win. As long as we win, I don't give a crap if we win by 1 goal or 2 goals. As long as we win and get ourselves going and get ourselves on a little run. Because as I said to you on Wednesday, if you don't go on them little runs on 10, 11 games, you're not going to win the league. At some point, you need to go on a 10, 11 game run.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter when, doesn't matter where, as long as you go on that 10, 11 games run at some point.
Yeah. And do you think we will?
I'd hope so.
Do you think we will?
I hope so.
But do you think we will?
Come on, man. Commit.
The players.
No, I'm just asking.
Mate, this is some legendary fence sitting, mate. The splinters are right up the crack. Come on.
You've just said.
Give an answer.
You've just said the players will, right? So, okay. So you still think we will?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so you think we'll go on a... Right, so you think we'll go on a 10, 11 game winning run. So if we do that, you'd imagine we're going to be close to that magic number of how many points?
I think 80 points. I'm joking.
But if we do that 10 game 11, right. So if you've genuinely...
Wouldn't there be something else now if we go up with under 90 points, after all this 90-point trophy thing? And yet we've gone up without 90 points.
Do you know what though, Sean? No, like, right. If you've got a manager there that's gonna, if you think's gonna go on a 10, 11 game winning run, then surely you just have to back him to end at season.
like I've always said to you, I think my problem is not with him in this league. My problem is not with him in this league. It's getting out. It's how I think he's going to do in the Premier League. I know
Right.
it's too far. I know it's thinking too far. in
Yeah,
advance.
but I think maybe, mate.
Yeah.
I know. It's the way my brain
Does it-
works. I always.
But
think
live in
in
the
advance.
moment, like Matty was saying.
I know.
You're a moments man.
I
Like
know.
right now, we're not in the Premier
Yeah.
League. Who's the most successful manager at this level? Daniel. So let him get us out of the division, and then we can
Yeah.
cross that bridge when we come to it.
Yeah.
And is it not better to try and get a new manager when you're in the Premier League than the Championship because you'll be able to draw in a higher caliber manager anyway?
This is facts. That's a good point he makes, Sean. It's a good
Very
point he
good point.
makes.
Very good point. All right, fuck it. Come on.
Oh my!
We've
days.
broken. Listen, basically, we've broken the head of the snake. If we broke the head of the snake, that's it. Like we've done. He's
Mate,
the head
Rick's
of the Warriors.
Rick's the only
Yeah.
last survivor, mate. At least that guy sticks with his guns. Oh man,
Sean,
And I'm on-
you let Joe pressure you there, mate.
I know.
It's a beautiful jacket, by the way.
Sean
Thank
did
you.
say Rick was him in 30 years' time, didn't you, Sean, in the
Yeah.
chat?
Frank, and you know what? And Frank will be still here. We still be in the championship.
Oh no, even I'll be far out if we're still there in the championship at that point.
Yeah, blocking Joe as well.
In 30 years' time, mate, I'll probably
If you had
be in a
the
grave.
20th anniversary, we'll break it then.
So tomorrow then, mate, you confident we're gonna win this game?
Yeah, we should do. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if we don't, it's
And on Wednesday, what did they say to you on Wednesday? And I've always been Bamford out. I've always been a bit hesitant of Bamford. And on Wednesday, I said to you, I have a funny feeling. Bamford has this thing where he always keeps clawing on to his contract. He always has to claw on. Whenever he thinks he's not going to do it, he ends up pulling something out of the bag. And I can see him getting the last minute winner.
It would be nice. Do you know what though? Like, if we lose tomorrow, this will be the shortest farking ever, I think, because you'll be definitely fark out tomorrow if we lose. Won't we?
Oh yeah, I'd be like you. As I call you flip flop Joe. I think I'd be flip flopping all over the place. As all the fan base.
Right, are you ready for Joe B's big question?
Yes, Joe.
Joe, let's go.
I'm rather annoyed that you've been converted, but I'm going to ask one more question to sort of cement things. Would you agree that a manager that has the longest winning run at a club, the best winning percentage of any manager at a club, equal the clean sheet percentage of all managers of the club, and the most goals per game of any manager in the club's history, even more than Don Revie, is probably a good manager that deserves to keep his job?
And what league was that in?
Doesn't
What
matter.
league was
What
that
league
in?
are we playing in?
It does matter.
What league
It
is he
doesn't matter
facing
what
off
league it is.
against?
Joe,
You-
it matters
you
what
play
league
It
what
doesn't
you
matter,
face.
Sean. It
It
You
doesn't.
play what you
You're playing
face.
against better teams. You're playing against better teams.
But didn't Dom Revie? We were in the top
Dom-
league when Dom Revie took charge.
How many FA Cups did you win? How many?
Okay, how many
is he
years
the most
did he have?
successful-
Yeah, how many years did he have? And
So if you want to give Farker the same amount of time, you're Farker in. If you want a fair test.
Frank wasn't in the same time as Revy.
No, we know. We just yeah.
We're just
Ultimately, he's just give you loads of stats and you haven't been able to come back. But you're already.
My comeback was what league were we in?
Yeah.
And Revy started in the
Come
second
back.
Well, what
division
league
and
were
got
we
us
in, Joe?
promoted.
Joey, what league were we in? We're in division. We're in the championship, not the Premier League. We're not in the top flight.
Yeah.
We're playing
Okay.
against proper players. We're playing against proper players that are world internationals.
Okay.
Not players
Proper.
that have got one or two things that are not getting them to that next level.
1 second. Don Revie joined Leeds United when they were struggling in the second division.
Tell
But
them.
where did we get? What did he do in the Premier? What did he do in the top flight?
Did it take more than a year and 2 months?
I wouldn't
tell
know
you
because
that.
I'm
I
not
don't
that
know
old. I'm not that bloody old. I know I look that old, Joey
Ooh.
B. But I'm not that old.
Very fair.
But yeah.
What is fact on?
Well, he's not. He's talking about Wimper. You're already fucking anyway. What are you on about? Well, no, we don't need to go down this road.
This is being flip-flopping all over the gaff,
I
mate.
got back to back out. Fuck it.
Damn it. Didn't work.
No, it didn't, mate.
See, I
It
told
didn't.
you I'd be ready for you, Joey. I told you I'd be ready for you, Joey B. And I love the content, Joey.
There you go. Big up, Sean. Thank you for coming on, my man. All right.
Look
All
at
right,
yourself,
bro.
lads.
See you tomorrow. Yeah.
Bye,
good day, my
bye,
man.
JT. Bye, JT.
See you, mate. Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
Don't get on the set again.
Here we go. There's Sean. What an absolute legend. Right, folks. We have got 2 people left with us now. We've got about we've been an hour and 12 minutes. So let's give these 2 next guests the time, and then we'll finish at an hour and 30. So that should be enough time. Right, Jared. You said, do we welcome Americans on the show? We do. Are you ready? I just seen him let out a little scream.
No, I said, are you ready?
Is he ready? He can hear me, I think. Yes, he's ready. Right, thumbs have gone up. There we go. Jared, welcome.
Hey, buddy.
Oh, that is a beautiful camera. How are you doing, my man?
I'm doing great. It's good to see you guys. Happy Friday night. I'm over here in Florida. It's 15 after 6. Glad that this is my Friday night. My girls are at soccer practice or football practice right now. I got 2 daughters, so mom's with them, and I'm hanging out with you guys. About to make a drink here soon. So,
what are you gonna make?
Probably start with a Moscow Mule. That's kind of what I like to start off with. Something like that. You know, a little vodka, a little lime juice, something easy, and then just see where the night goes.
Oh, mate, that's what I'm talking about. That's
Jared, your accent is nice, man.
It's silky.
It's so good, man. It is so good, bro.
Listen. Put me to the test. I'm ready to talk about Leeds. I love this club with all my heart. It's so weird. If you know anything about American sports, I'm a Chicago Cubs fan as well, which is the lovable losers. They've never won anything for like 100 years. And I stumbled upon Leeds United from, there's not a lot of Americans. People don't know prior to the fanboy push of Brendan Aronson and, Tyler Adams. But I just want to quiz you guys. If you remember in the 90s, an American that played for Leeds United.
Oh. I don't know. I mean, you've taken my first question away from me, which was how you ended up being a Leeds fan. I don't know. I mean, 90s is before my time, mate.
I was going to say, we've got the excuse of not being alive, JT, so we're clear on this one.
The only Americans... Where's he gone? Where's he gone? Where have you gone, Jared? No, it's not Mike Griller. The only American I can think of which would have been on the left would have been Eddie Lewis. But I don't know whether or not he was. Would he have been 90s? He's gone as well. He's back.
No,
it's
right.
not Mike. It's not Mike Grella, but it would be Eddie Lewis, right on the left. Yeah, I do. Right. Okay. Yeah.
And so that's how far back I've loved this club. And so you see the Marcelo push, and you're finally there, and then you get the American fanboy and the American influence, and now the American owners, and it's exploded. Like, I'm in Central Florida, and I see a Leeds United kid at a U12, girls game on a Saturday. That's incredible.
Well, there's a lot of Leeds fans in America. There's a really big increase.
Americans are always going to pull for underdogs, and we don't have, it's so easy to pull for a top 6 club. It's just such a
it is.
I don't
but
know.
You've seen definitely a massive increase since the whole Jesse Marsh thing.
I don't think it was Jesse. I think it was more of the players. Jesse Marsh is just a mouthpiece, really. He's just he doesn't do it for me, man. I've never was a Jesse Marsh, just sort of whatever. I've never been the 4-2-2-2-2, whatever they run in Germany. I've never been the Red Bull fan of any of that. So in my eyes, if you're not able to change things in this game, that's my only criticism of our current manager. I'm pro Daniel at the moment. Let me caveat that. we have to get promoted this year. Have to.
Mhm.
There's no like top two when I say that. I don't want to go into the playoffs. If we're in the top 6 by Christmas time or, you know, around the turn of the new year, I'm okay with that. Like, I feel like we could make a run. I want to make a run before then. But our manager worries me because I sometimes this 4-2-3-1, it just, I feel like folks just sit in on us. They get up maybe and they'll just play for a draw, or they'll sit 5 in the back all day long. And it's maddening because I hear, you know, Kinnear get on the square ball and talk about they look for 2 10s. Buendia, and who was the other person that he mentioned?
Hamer?
Maybe, and he wasn't available, but I'm like, there's so many more. I'm not sold on Brendan and at the 10. I'm just not. I know some people may be that you've got those options on your left and right, which are probably the best at this level. And I agree with that. Man, I'm excited to see Largy, by the way, tomorrow. I am so excited to see him. But again, I need to temper my expectations, but I just don't know about Brendan in the 10. I definitely do not. You know, Peru just continues to score goals. I think, you know, him coming off in the second half and it's perfect. It's a perfect role for him. He comes in and he can make an impact and it keeps his confidence. I just don't, him starting games to me just hurts his confidence long-term for a season at times. He's more of a sort of hot and cold Harrison, but him coming off the bench is just, he just scores goals and you have to give him that. But when I see a lineup sheet and I see him as our attacking, you know, option in the middle or Aronson, we could have done better there, in my opinion. So it's sort of the left back deal. We deal with 4 or 5 years of putting, you know, square pegs in round holes. That's the old saying, right? You know, trying to find someone that can fit in the left back position. That's not a genuine left-footed player. I feel like that for the 10 right now, currently. I understand. I think the midfield is so much better depth-wise. I understand we lost a lot of money, but I love the beef in the middle. I think we are so much better. I would love to see. I can't wait to see Tanaka. I think he was
well, given the players that we do have at our disposal, who would you change around? Say if you were in Fox's position for tomorrow, who would you put in your ideal lineup? Even irregardless of Solomon, say Solomon's fit, what would be your 3 behind the striker?
It's hard. I kind of honestly, I'm a Nonto in the middle. I like Willie in the middle. I just do. I think that if you look at the games we've played so far and we just look the best when he's been in the middle. My eyes just don't lie to me. I don't know. That's just what I see. Again, you guys have watched this your whole lives, so maybe you see something. But when
no, you're right.
It just seems to work more. It's there.
It's me. I'm giggling away because
I'm very immature. This guy.
The same thing.
Immature. Yeah, he
heard you say Willie in the middle, and he got a bit excited.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like, damn, I didn't even hear it.
And then you were like, and my eyes don't deceive me, and that just sent me off again. And I was like, sorry, that's my bad.
But no, he seems to me can keep the engine going in the final third. I just like his distribution. He just, you know, I'm trying to think who you could put. Is Largy mainly on the right side? Would he?
Yeah, but can play either side. Yeah, but I hear you though. There's a lot of people that say Nonto can play in the 10 for sure.
But who would go out? I'm trying to think. I like Brendan outside more than in. Maybe I'm crazy, but I just, you know, I'm sitting here looking at his heat map on sofa, and he just doesn't play much in the middle. He's just hasn't. So there's this, you know, Aronson can play as a cam. Okay, he can, but that's not where he's played, you know, generally over the last 4 to 5 years of his career. He has a little, but he's typically a winger for the national team. He doesn't start in the middle. So
yeah.
I think we're a little thin there, Joe. It worries me a little bit. I don't know. Maybe we can,
you know, can I ask you on that? Can I ask you, because obviously you speak about being thin. being an American, what have you made to the 49ers ownership and how the transfer windows have gone?
This is hard for me. It's really hard because I just think it's such a small sample size with the international breaks and getting things. By the way, what do we play, like 5 games and then we go on another 2-week break? It feels like it's just maddening. We can't really get any momentum. I think it's a little premature. Ask me again at the next break. I think I'll have more of a better answer. Right now it would just be a little bit a shot in the dark. I think largely, I'm a little bit worried about Solomon already on the shelf. I mean, you guys have been hitting home all window about his injury record, towards the end. And that was we're putting a lot of chips in this guy. And if it doesn't work out, then it falls on Largy. It falls on him to kind of pull us through while Solomon's on the shelf, which is, I think we're going to be okay at winger. It's just, again, I want to, the one thing that I was sitting around thinking about is, what if Joe Rodon's out tomorrow? And Max isn't playing? Then what is that? Why this kid he trained with the senior team all week?
I think more so that there was even numbers in the 2 days that he missed. You know what I mean? When they do like 11-11, but I think Joe will be all right. To be honest, the only one I'm really worried about is Solomon, because Farker said that, and the injury as well. It's his back. At least it's not a recurrence of his previous injury. So hopefully he'll be all right. But if not, we've got more than enough, haven't we?
Joe, do you and JT? This is to all three. Do you worry that we're I was listening to Daniel yesterday in his press conference, and he's a little bit set in his ways tactically. It worries me a little bit that we can't sort of play to our strengths at times when we have, some of these teams are just going to sit in. They're just going to just dig in, and they're just going to just be happy with the draw. Do you worry a little bit that we're just a little bit predictable?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Because as you said, whenever teams do sit in, it's been the whole year. It's been the whole year and a half, which is, as I said, I would like to give Fark time, whatever. It's a small sample size from this season, but we're seeing recurring issues that are repeating again and again, i.e. teams that try to sit in, that try to make us use creative abilities to actually break them down. We miss a couple of big chances. They sit back. They limit us to too many high-quality chances and then play their chances of hitting us on the break. Sometimes we edge a 1-0 out of it, but more often than not, they end up actually catching us on the break and punishing us for it. So, yes, I do think that it can be a little bit predictable because people have figured that out. And whenever teams do that, we end up having trouble. And a lot of our most successful games are actually when people try to underestimate us and try and actually play out against us. But when teams do know what we're going to do and plan accordingly, as you said, then we do seem to struggle.
Yeah. I do. Go ahead, Joe. Sorry.
I think for me, it's hard to play unpredictably against a low block, because if you're coming up against 11 men sitting behind the ball and you've got the ball in front of them, it's quite hard to do anything but look for a little bit of space. Like, I guess from time to time you could get a Ramazani or a James that just tries to run at a man, but then at the same time, you've only gotten yourself in a position where you can put a cross in, and that is one slight variant on what you can do. Or occasionally you can try and force the ball through like a sea of bodies, but it's quite hard to be straight up unpredictable without trying to sort of drag them out and play a more transitional game overall than just sort of allowing them to sit. It's tough to do, basically, because at the same time Bielsa was constantly called predictable because he kept coming up against the low block.
I kind of get the feeling that, how do you counter that? You guys know this game more than me. Like, clearly Leeds are a better team than Cardiff tomorrow. Let's just let them have the ball then. And let's just
see. I don't
run.
To be honest, I don't think they'll play a low block anyway. Cardiff under Bullet don't. He likes to try and play football. They have possession of the football. They just don't create an awful lot, which you could argue is similar to us. So I think their style will actually suit us. I think since the dawn of time, really, Jared, since the dawn of football teams have struggled to break down a low block. If you think about it, right? If I'm say us four, are in your room now, right? And I've got to get out of that door, right?
We're not doing Willie up the middle again, are we?
No, but I've got to get out of that door. Now, if you're positioned at 3 separate spots around the room, it's an easier. But if all 3 you stand in front of the door, it's very hard for me to get through that door. Whereas if one's at what, do you see what I'm saying? So my point is, like, a low block is very hard to break down, especially when you're coming up against a Burnley side that have some Premier League quality in there, some experience, some disciplined defenders. So I think, you know, Man City struggled. Man City didn't beat Inter Milan midweek.
No, Man City, if a team sits back and is waiting for them, that is Man City's bread and butter, mate.
No, that's not true.
Yeah, of course it's true, mate. Yeah, of course it's true.
So
If you sit off and you give a team like
So
that, if you give a side, a Guardiola side...
Will you let me finish, bro? When we beat Man City, what did we play?
We played a Bielsa ball system, mate, and we absolutely
Did we?
that was again. It was against the
Did
run of
we?
play. It was
Did we?
10 men, yeah, but we had 10 men, and we ended up having to sit back as a result of that. But it was still a Bielsa team, and Bielsa knows Guardiola more than anyone. So there's mitigating circumstances.
He's never
to
beaten
that.
before that.
Doesn't matter. He still knows him better than anyone else.
Yeah, but he'd
And
never
it was-
beat him before that. And then in that game, we went down to 10 men and put 10 men behind the ball.
Exactly, and we got very lucky to edge that game out. But I do think that if you sit back against certain sides like a Man City, you are playing into their hands because you give them so much time to actually pick the passes that they want to. But when they come up against sides like Liverpool, a lot of the times when they played them under Klopp, who would press them high, who would catch them off guard, City actually tended to struggle a little bit.
So, Joe, do you saying all that? I agree with you. With
How did Arsenal get a 0-0 draw last season against City at the Etihad?
So is our Leeds a better team? Are we just a
what
better
will
side?
Arsenal play on Sunday? A low block. Go on. Sorry, go on. Sorry, Jerry.
Are we just a better side to just allow the other team and play counter and use our strengths in that regard? Because it seems we're more of a better team that way than a possession based first, or no?
I've just hunted down a little bit of data on this one. Of the 17 matches last season when we had the most possession, when the other teams were playing low blocks against us, we dropped points in 11 of those 17 matches. When we have more of the ball, our results are worse because other sides can just sit in a little bit more and just absorb the pressure. So if we can make it more transitional, we're good.
Just give them the ball and let's just counter them. You can use Largy and James and Nanto and just Aronson can fly. If that kid can do anything, he can run. So we are lethal on the counter. It is unbelievably dangerous how good we look when we get a little bit of space and run. And Nanto in the middle, oh my God, cooking. But yeah, thanks, Joe. Thanks.
No worries. Before you go, we have overrun slightly, and we've still got Lord Sheogorath to come in. So before you go, Joe B, one question only.
I remembered you mentioned a little while back that you didn't like doing square pegs in round holes. However, I'm going to make you put a square peg in a round hole. If you had to pick one player from our Premier League years and put them into our current squad, but they're not allowed in their normal position, who is it and where they're going?
Oh my gosh, that's tough. Oh, it's going to be easy. I'm taking Rafinha all day. I don't care where, in the front four, anywhere. I'll take him anywhere you want to put him all day. I'll put him as an 8. I don't care. A left back, right back. He can overlap, underlap. He was just, oof. And I still love watching Raph. He's just an unbelievable player. I was just glad to have him as long as we did. And that game in Brentford, when, he jumped into the crowd, just, games like that you remember forever. What a game. What a day. Joe going crazy. We're staying up, just an unbelievable day. But those are the type of things like, in this space that I remember as our days like that. And, believe me, you're going crazy. I wish you could turn the camera around and see us.
Legend, Jared.
But
thank you so much, man.
You're welcome.
We'll see you again.
You guys have a great day.
And you, brother.
Absolute pleasure, mate. Thank you so much. Have a great
There we go. What a guy. JT will pick up our chat another time. Let's bring in our last caller of the night, Lord Actually, I'm going to ask him how I actually pronounce this because he always say Lord Sheogorath and all this sort of stuff. Lord, how we doing, man? Oof. We can't hear you.
No, the mic's muted.
Hang on, let me unmute. I can unmute you. Hang on. Oh,
we can't
unmute your guest because... Right, wait there. Let me see if I can...
Just go check that the mic's still coming through.
It says, can't unmute your guest because they chose to mute themselves.
You should have a little mute. You're turning the camera on and off. There should be a little microphone thing there.
Mute button.
Microphone mute button should be highlighted.
Maybe he'll come back. He'll come back. Hopefully he'll come back.
I think it's Sheogorath, by the way. I think it's a Skyrim character, if I remember right. Or Sheogorath. I'm not. It's Sheogorath or Sheogorath. One of the two, I think.
The one game I never played. Hot game right now though. Elder Scrolls Skyrim, but I've always been more of a multiplayer man myself. More of an MP guy. I know you're a solo man playing career mode earlier on the new FC. What's your thoughts on that?
It was great. It's all right so far. I still prefer a bit of FM. We've just lost to Burnley in the Carabao, which is a little bit disappointing.
That's not a good raving review, mate. I just spent 80 quid on that today, so you've not really filled me with a lot of optimism there. That's made a good purchase.
But then again, just think of the Leeds create a five-a-side team that we can make for that new rush mode. That'd be great. It'd be fantastic.
This is true. This is true. I'm going to give that a little spin later. Although Black Ops 6 is still the game I'm waiting for, mate. I'm still waiting to try it.
I didn't even buy the new FIFA. Crazy that.
Well, it's only just come out, mate. What do you mean?
No, I haven't bought it. That's what I mean. Normally, I'm there midnight. I get it, the Ultimate Edition. I'm there. Right, let's go. Opening packs, but I ain't even bothered.
Yeah, it's gone down, mate. It has gone downhill. That's what I'm saying. But Black Ops 6 is literally my last hope for a good COD. I've been waiting for years for a good, since Black Ops 3, every COD has been terrible. Black Ops 4 was at least its own unique thing, but Warzone has killed COD. Warzone is the worst thing to ever happen to Call of Duty, because it's just become a cash grab and it's just all based on Warzone. We are just riffing because we're waiting for Lord Sheogorath to hopefully come back. But yeah, it's completely killed COD in my opinion. Everything is just a training ground for Warzone to get your camos, to get your guns leveled up, and it's killed the love of the sport for me. You know, Leeds have gone downhill, COD's gone downhill. What have I got left going for me? But this time I'm hoping I'll give the zombies a go. It's not a great start because seems like it's the Cold War engine for me, if anyone knows anything about that. But you know, so hopefully Terminus can pull me back in. But yeah, it's my last thing.
Why not just go to Gravely's if you want good COD?
Oh, that was flipping terrible, mate. That was, mate. Yeah, I go back to Black Ops 3, mate. That's what I've been playing for the past 10 years. Black Ops 3 custom zombies. It's the only thing keeping it going. See, Wayne knows, mate. Wayne knows.
I was never a COD guy. I was more Battlefield.
Really?
Yeah. I prefer bigger scale stuff.
He's back. Right. He says can't unmute because your guest chose to mute. Oh, there we go. You're unmuted.
Here we go. Yeah.
Yay!
I pressed the wrong button in the sentence. I'm an old man. Give me a chance.
No worries. Good to mate, honestly, you're in the chat all the time. It's great to actually speak to you, brother.
Yeah, well, I thought I'd better pop in and give my my humble opinion about how you're going to win 6 or 7-0 tomorrow. Yeah.
Love that. How do we say your name then, first and foremost?
That's Lord Sheogorath.
Sheogorath.
If you're a Skyrim Elder Scrolls fan, you'll know.
Yes, he was right. We're having a little game, and Joe guessed.
Yeah, he guessed it. How are you doing then, mate? How are you feeling about Leeds?
Oh, I'm still confident, mate. I've been a Leeds fan since 1971, so.
Wow.
So I've been through some rougher times and been through the last few years, you know.
Yeah, I guess. I bet.
I mean, I remember my first game was 1977. I went to see Leeds play Norwich in the FA Cup third round.
Wow.
And we were 5-1 up at half time, and that was a memorable game because Paul Reaney scored a goal.
Wow.
And Paul Reaney scored less goals than David Batty, you know.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah.
See, I love this. I love this, man. You know, man. Well, like you say, you've seen more than you've forgotten more than we've seen. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is
true.
I
remember back you all about the Fargate thing. Remember when Jimmy Adamson was manager? We were struggling in the league, and every time the opposition scored, the fans were there. Adamson out. And someone would come and score a goal for Leeds, and they was all Adamson fans again, you know. They changed every 5 minutes, let on every 5 games.
You don't get more fickle than football fans, mate.
No.
Opinions
Well,
change.
I wouldn't take the Sean Healy approach of Moyes in anyway.
Yeah,
I think that's why he changed his mind. He heard himself say Moyes in and said, "What have I said?" Moyes. I mean, I know West Ham fans, even when they won the European League every year.
Yeah, they still were happy, weren't
They
they?
were saying, "Oh God, we've got enough another bloody year now."
Yeah, that's true. You're right. You're right.
hate
And they
them.
won. And they won a European Cup, imagine.
Yeah. I mean, what was that bloody Frank Lamppost and bloody David Moyes, aren't they?
Yeah, it's just true. It's
Mind you,
true.
he's next England manager, so we can't go get him anyway.
Oh, don't. Let's hope that doesn't prove to be the case. How are you feeling ahead of Cardiff then away tomorrow?
I think we'll win comfortably. I think this is one of the games where we finally stick a hiding into somebody.
Yeah.
Me?
Yeah, we haven't done it this season, have we? We haven't done it this season. Whereas last season, I think we put 3 past Millwall, 4 past Watford, I think.
I mean, we should have scored 7 or 8 against Huddersfield, but just put the foot off the brakes.
Yeah,
on the
this
brakes
is
in the
true.
centre half.
Yeah, this is true. So true. So you're farking. You think we're going to win. Would you make any changes?
Probably a controversial one, but I wouldn't drop Gruev for Naga. I would take out Ampadu because Gruev's been the best of the 2 this season.
Okay.
And you can't keep Ampadu just because he's captain. You can give the armband to Pascal. Pascal knows the job, don't he?
Yeah.
So have Gruev, let him drop back his normal defensive midfield position, and let Tanaka do that.
Yeah.
Forward push Tanaka a little bit further forward. Yeah, fair enough. Would you make any changes in front of them with the potential stories of Solomon's injury?
With Solomon, well, that'd be obviously stick Ramazani.
Do you think he'll do that? Or do you think he will go Perot in the 10?
No. I think that'll be Aronson still in the 10.
Okay.
I think Perot is probably that. That's the wrong system for Perot. If we played something like a 4-1-3-2, maybe then have Perot and Joseph up front behind, with three good behind them, sort of thing, But no, I don't see Perot starting. He'll be a late sub if anything again.
Yeah. Well, I hope you're right, mate, because I would definitely love to see Ramazani starting from the wing because he would cause some problems, especially to that Cardiff side, which are there for the taking. I do agree. Although I am slightly more fear with you because just Cardiff in my life, man. I mean, in your life probably as well. We've seen a lot of bad games against Cardiff. What would you go score-wise, though? What are you feeling?
I think we'll get a 4 or 5 tomorrow.
Oh, 4 or 5. Clean
He
sheet?
won't let one in by David very much. They ain't got an attack and bone in the bodies, Cardiff.
Yeah.
I think we'll smash it though. I honestly do. I think it'll be 3.
No. Now it's jinx. Why did you have to say it, Joe?
No, I've been saying
we'll be bloody front and centre, lad.
I don't do this jinx garbage anyway.
Same. It's lies, isn't it? I know.
The jinx garbage is whenever something comes out of Joe's mouth, it's definitely not going to happen. Whenever it comes out of my mouth, it's guaranteed to happen. So just it is what it is, mate. But Joe, you just had to go and stick it in there, didn't you?
I'm sorry, mate. I've been. If you're on about me being subscribed to your content. If you'd have watched my content this week, you'd have heard me say 3-0 on about 15 occasions. So you clearly don't watch them, do you, mate?
I do watch, actually. You've seen me in your chat a fair few times, have you not?
Okay.
Have you not seen me in your chat? Have you not seen me in your chat?
Yeah.
I didn't catch your score prediction, mate. I'll tell you
Having another domestic.
Were you watching my content this week, Joe?
I did hear someone waffling on about getting the job this week.
Yeah, was I? What did I make this week, Joe?
I need an adult.
Yeah. That's
calm down, children. Calm
down. Right, let's get the all important one question and one question only, Lord Sheogorath. No? Sheogorath. I'm going to make sure I get it right because I've always gone Lord Sheogorath. Sheogorath. Right, go on, Joe B.
Lord Sheogorath, the Daedric Prince of Madness in the Elder Scrolls series. Fun little quest line if anyone wants to get into Skyrim. Who do you think in the Leeds United squad has that little hint of insanity and madness and just isn't quite right in the way that Alioski wasn't? Who fits the vibe of Sheogorath?
I think there's a hint of it in Firpo, but the way he just wanders around the pitch and appears wherever he wants. I mean, he's played centre forward for his international teams and things like that. So he's been right wing when he's supposed to be left back for us. Let's be honest. So he does that wandering thing, but absolutely madness as well. I don't think we've got any, and I think that's the problem. We haven't got that clicky type shithousery in us.
Oh, that's true.
I think that's where we lack.
Mate.
We haven't got shithousery, really. Yeah.
No, I mean, Bamford probably. Bamford, if he was in the
No,
team.
he's just shit. Sorry, Joe.
No, that was quick, mate. That was slick.
It was.
That was...
I mean, honestly, we should have sold him 3 years ago, Bamford, if we could have done.
Wow. I mean, if he was as quick with his feet as you are with your wit, then we wouldn't be in this league, to be honest with you. But
that's a good shout. It's a great shout.
Good shout.
Right. I think we will let Lord Sheogorath exit. Thank you for coming on as always, my man.
Thanks, guys.
And no worries. It's been a pleasure. We'll hopefully have you back on again, yeah?
Yeah, no doubts. Yeah.
Good
pleasure.
stuff.
Thank you,
Legend.
mate. Absolute pleasure.
See you again.
Have a good night, yeah?
Bye. There we go. Great stuff. Listen, we did have another person come right at the end. I think it was Mike B, maybe. But we are finishing the show. It was only supposed to be an hour, and it's been an hour and 42 minutes. And it's 13 minutes to midnight, so we need to turn this one in. But I do just want to thank everybody that came on tonight, new and old. Hopefully those that came on for the first time now feel that confidence and come on again, you know. And if you are, remember, like I say, just come on, man. It's good. It's been great to speak to everyone tonight. Thanks, Joe B, as well, for coming on and giving us the
honestly
question.
Loved it. Would happily do it whenever. It's great fun.
Good man. Great stuff. And JT, thank you for always coming on and gracing us with your presence, my man.
Thank you for having me, man. It's always good to chop it up with my boy Joe W, and of course chop it up with you absolute legends who come on here. I thoroughly enjoy it. It definitely gives me life, shall we say, to the week. You know, sometimes it's tough weeks, and just coming on and speaking to all of you guys, it really lifts my spirits. So thank you guys so much for doing this, man. It's always genuinely an absolute pleasure from the bottom of my heart. And we had some new faces in there and some old faces, and you were all great today. So thank you so much.
That is true. That is so true. Legends, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you go on, Joby. Go on.
Before we go, I've got one quick thing to shill. Because I had a bet going with Evie that I could get her channel to 500 subscribers before a video came out. Rumor has it that there's a video coming out very, very, very shortly. So, if anybody could head over,
she has a channel.
She has a channel. It's currently at 300. It's currently at 316 subscribers.
Why hasn't she told me about
Austin 316, mate? What a subscriber count, mate. Austin 316.
What's the channel called?
I've popped it in the private chat now because I don't think I can put it in the comments. But as many people as possible, if you could swing over in that direction, subscribe to it. I want to win
she kept this from me? I am.
Well, how she got 316 subscribers without a video? That's my question, mate. She pop
Discourse.
it off.
I put it back.
You put it in the wrong one. Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube discourse of peacocks. There you go, Evie. I put it in the chat, and also just subscribe to you, my friend. So yeah, she has 316 subscribers currently.
Well, 318 now. Let me tell you, because
I
just... Oh, 321. Sorry, 321. Go on, shout out the boys.
I reckon if Evie comes on the post match tomorrow and we promote it, they'll probably all go over. Yes,
absolutely.
For sure. Yeah, coming soon. I thought the channel was going to be called Coming Soon. I don't know why she's gone with Discord. I'm joking. Great stuff. Big up then to everybody. I tell you what, Joe B, before we finish, you got one question and one question only for me and JT. Individual, separate.
Make it a good one.
Oh, this is a good one. I hadn't prepared for this one.
Fail to prepare to fail, my man.
Ooh. Who gets the first assist tomorrow?
Oh, I thought you were going to go more personal than that, more deep hitting, more crunching of the bones.
Brendan,
I mean, we can always go back to the free will question for yours if you want, JT. But
Well, listen, mate. I mean, the first assist is obvious. It's going to be the daddy tier himself, senior daddy tier subscription Furpo. He's going to get a beautiful, rapturous assist. That's not really a good word, is it?
Brendan for me.
There you go.
Brendan Aronson.
There we go.
Brendan
Good stuff.
Aronson. Yeah, good stuff, mate. Have a good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, mate. Thank you
See
all
you
for coming.
tomorrow, live from 2 for the game, and hopefully you'll see these two on the post match.
2.
Bye bye.